Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for AVAX price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. And starting on the 4 days chart here for the all-time history, we are looking for an overview for the bullish and bearish scenario. As we can see, this can be considered as an impulse toward the upside, or it can be of course a W, X and a Y. In both case scenario, we're gonna read of course the possibilities for the bullish and bearish. So potentially if you are in a bullish scenario here, you're looking for a wave A in the blue count, of course, or a wave 1 in the orange count. In this case scenario, you're looking for a wave 2 finished here, and another impulse, of course, unfolded here as a wave 1. You're looking at an ABC as a wave 2 and looking for higher, meaning you are in 1, 2, and then 1, 2, as you can see in the white scenarios, 3, 4, and a 5. Continuation toward the upside. Currently, we see some rejection, we see some reaction, and some beautiful movement potentially might move toward the upside for, of course, a wave 3. In case you are in an A, B, and a C toward the upside, you're looking at a big wave of 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, potentially, of course, finishing this as an ending diagonal as well. Your targets are the 1-to-1 fib level potentially in the top here, or 1.618 in case we are very impulsive for a wave 3 in the orange. In case we are corrective and we are bearish, we are looking here at a W or an A in a triangle, meaning with the yellow scenario where you are looking at an A, B, C, and potentially wave D here, you can seek for a wave E still. So potentially your wave D has, of course, expanded, I would say. It's just expanded in time and in price, potentially looking for a wave E. So meaning at both case scenarios right now you have finished potentially a structure, maybe one more wave toward the downside is as well possible, but still gonna keep the same scenario, of course, as explained in the overview. Meaning even if you look for one more low to take this low and of course finishing a structure here, it's gonna unfold again the same scenario. Wave E or a wave 3. Meaning AVAX at this level, in case of course we have bottomed or we still looking for one more low, which is a very potential, you are bullish in all case scenarios, even in a bearish scenario where you have of course A, B, C, D, and an E, you're looking for a wave E in a zigzag. In case you are in a wave 2, you're looking therefore for wave 3, 4, and a 5. Blue box to hit, of course, is the 1-to-1 fib level. This 1-to-1 fib level is taken, of course, from this zigzag potentially. In case you have a zigzag, of course, your wave E will not take the wave D potentially. If you are in a wave E, you would not like to see that the wave C actually taken this one, which is also very, very close for the 1-to-1 fib level as well, invalidation of triangle. And once you take this invalidation of triangle, meaning you're moving anyway to a 1-to-1 fib level, if this 1-to-1 fib level, you're gonna of course experiment the 1.618, which it might be here your 1, 2, 3, and then 4 and a 5. Yep. And then of course finishing in the biggest fib level required, of course, for this scenario. So basically we are estimating this area right now. We are diving inside it to see what's going on. So let's move directly to the 1-hour chart here. On the 1-hour chart, we have, of course, in this case scenario, we have a very long structure. We have potentially W, X, and then you have a Y potentially as well, another X, and maybe a finished or unfinished zigzag toward the downside. Meaning this zigzag can still be a bigger zigzag here in W, X, and a Y. Finishing, of course, all this structure here and finishing maybe potentially bigger WXY, as you can see here. This is gonna be, of course, your biggest X, somehow like this, and finishing here in 3 waves, and then moving toward the downside. I believe that yes, the structure is very complicated in the crypto market right now with this bear market, but complicated, but this is much more healthy, to be honest, as bearish. If we take a look at this zigzag, where you are looking potentially here, even if we want to say that this is a bigger WXY, this is a different scenario but still corrective, you potentially look for a same wave Y. This is your W, this is your Y, matching perfectly between an X. Yeah, your X is kind of like intruder. Yeah. So always, this is exactly how it is a complex structure, by the way. So in both case scenario, W, X, and a Y, W, X, Y, X, and a Z are perfect matching and both suggesting one more move toward the downside, meaning very high potential that we can get a move toward the downside. To get more answers and more influence, let's analyze this area. Inside this area, if we are bullish, you would like to seek, of course, for 1-2s. Do we have 1-2, 1-2 here? 3-4 invalidation. Yeah, no 1-2s. Meaning transforming this directly to 3 waves toward the upside. 3 waves down for the X, W here, and your X here. And finally, you're looking for a zigzag. Potentially finished, potentially not. One more leg potentially is required. As a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. A, B, and a C. Yeah, you have to be careful. Maybe it is finished 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Be careful from it, of course. We might move toward the downside. So basically, this is what I'm seeking for AVAX. Let's take a look also at KGT. So on the KGT 5-minute chart, we can see, yes, we have invalidation of a bearish. We have divergence for the bearish here. But it doesn't mean that you cannot, of course, be tracing toward the downside again. In a bullish scenario, you see, of course, a very, very strong divergence, and here we go, it moves toward the upside. However, yeah, higher potential to be, of course, on the 5-minute for the bullish still. But on the 15-minute chart, here we go, you have a pressure from the top, very convergence, of course, with this price action. Meaning on the 5-minute chart, because it is a lower time frame, potentially you still need one more leg toward the upside to finish here, potentially a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Finishing a structure A, B, and a C potentially, yeah, and then of course moving toward the downside with this pressure coming from this strong convergence from the top here, yeah. And in this case scenario, if we get this strong bearish scenario coming from the top, sooner or later, maybe right now is unfolding, nobody knows. In both case scenario, it's done, yeah, I would say. If you are looking for WX and a Y, your zigzag is in this form. Potentially, if this is a one impulse, one leg toward the upside, yeah, we have to estimate potentially here what's going on. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So we have to be careful with it, guys. We have to be careful because this can be done. Yeah, as an impulse, it can be done and moving toward the downside. Also, potential one more high can be in case you have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, or something like that. Yeah, so it can be. But and anyway, the pressure is very strong from the 15-minute chart, as we saw, of course, on KGT. So we have to be careful, and the structure is not impulsive. And as we saw, we still required a big wave Y or big wave Z. So one more leg, one more low would be very potential. That was it for AVAX. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.